Almost every people group have a creation story. Thus, creating is part of the human experience. In a culture where everyone is a photographer and the subject, subconscious stresses and negativity are the norm. The remedy to these negative effects is to have an understanding of why our human nature desires beauty and how can we participate in a healthy manner. Be passionate and thoughtful with the photographs you engage with. And the key words that I want to call to mind are conscious effort. You should not just mindlessly scroll through your phone. Intentionally be ready to look at images because you are going to be consuming them, taking them into your body through your eyes. And later on in my speech, I'm going to be talking about why photographs have this visceral impact on humans. Now, a famous photographer, Dorothea Lange, who took the photograph of the migrant woman in the 1930s, she says, one should really use the camera as though tomorrow you'll be stricken blind. And it's the passion in her words that really caught me. And it brought my train of thought to, it is that photography in vision is only one way to experience the world. Life is more than just what we see. Now, part of this conscious effort includes understanding that we are human and feel things about images, and that's okay. Now, what do humans like to look at? Scientifically speaking, it's the Pleistocene savanna. Now, philosopher Dennis Dutton discussed America's Most Wanted painting by Komar and Melmid. Komar and Melmid are artists turned scientists who emigrated from Russia, who were trained there and emigrated to the United States. And they asked the question of, what do people think is beautiful in art? So they had a survey of 17 countries and asked people what was their favorite color, what did they like to see in paintings, what did they didn't like, did they like shapes, did they like soft paint strokes. The study was very detailed, and the results are what you can see in the painting America's Most Wanted. And these qualities are the color blue, George Washington, water sources, trees that are split up and that we can climb, fertile land, wildlife, and families. Now, Dennis Dutton, in discussing this painting in his article in The New Statesman, he says, the emotions felt by our distant ancestors toward advantageous landscapes are of little use to us today, as we are no longer nomadic herders who survive off the land. Nevertheless, as we have the genetic legacy of those ancient nomads, these emotions can flood into modern minds with a surprising and unexpected intensity. And again, this goes back to my statement that when you look at something, it's okay to feel something. And this topic is so far greater than the time that I have with you. But it's important to understand that when you see something, it's okay to have a reaction to it and to feel things and have emotions toward it. In understanding the images that we consume and why we feel about them and what we do feel about them, we can have a positive experience with the images and, in greater part, being part of humanity and engaging with it. In purposeful, conscious, thoughtful processes, photographs that are seen and made can have a positive force. When taking a selfie, know that the camera is a distortion of reality. Philosophically speaking, it plays off the concept that a human truly cannot see their own face. Someone can look at another person's face, you can see a reflection of your face, you can see your face in the photographs, but you can never really look at your face. And that means don't stress when you see yourself in a camera. It's not really who you are. And don't second guess yourself. Make the art that you want to look at and make. If you like it, others are bound to like it as well. And a photograph does not just randomly happen. Humans thoughtfully put things into motion. This is the value of creation, having more weight than just things being random. Know that the art you make is valuable. If it wasn't valuable, why did you engage the shutter in the first place? It takes effort to understand where humans have come visually to engage in the present in a healthy manner. In a culture where everyone is a photographer and the subject, subconscious stresses can cause negativity and are the norm. The remedy to these negative effects is to have an understanding of why our human nature desires beauty and how can we participate with this beauty in a healthy manner. From selfies that live for 24 hours to the print of Peter Dinklage's face that I can't see in the National Portrait Gallery because it is in storage and the paper chemically reflects to light and it has to stay in darkness for a while. Engage with photography with meaning.